Hello, everyone. So, there's something that's been on my mind a lot, and it's about your dream job and what you want to do for a living. And it seems like a lot of people aren't going after their dreams, and to me, that's really upsetting. And I understand that it's really hard for some people to go after their dreams because it takes a lot, it takes a lot of effort. But I wish that people would just go after it because it helps you in the long run and overall it makes you happy. There is something that I always tell my friends and family, and it's that in this world you can always make money. There's always a way to make money, but there is never a way to get your time back that you wasted. And if you're working in a place that you absolutely hate, you're never going to get that time back. And you're going to regret it. So I learned this from my past experiences, but I also have learned this from other people that I know. And I want to tell a story about one of my friends. And I'm not going to say his name, but he was very, very passionate about making pizzas. He enjoyed talking about owning a pizza place one day. And I could see the happiness in his face when he would talk about it. But then he would get back to work and in his job that he absolutely hated. But he didn't do anything about it, or at that point, to this day he still doesn't have his own pizza place, even though that would make him happy. And I really, really wanted him to be happy. I mean, these people are just, he's a nice person, and he deserved to go after his dreams. And this happens more often than we would like to believe. About 20% to 40% of Americans today are unhappy with their jobs, and they choose not to go after their dreams. And I guess I try to think, like, why is this? Why is this happening today? And I think it has to do with job security. Not every job that people want to do will allow them to pay back loans or, allow them to take care of their families. And I understand that. But people also have to believe that, yeah, it's going to be hard. You're going to lose a lot of your time, a lot of your money. But it leads to happiness. It leads to money. And who's to say that where you're at right now, if you're working either in a factory or, just any job that you hate, if that may seem like job security, but they could fire you at any moment. And I know that for a fact. The factories lay off all the time. They're always finding new people, and it's not even just factories. So, is that secure? And do they even pay you enough for what you do? So it wouldn't hurt to put in your time to do something that you enjoy doing, because overall it'll even help you with your health. That's something that's really, really important, is your health. And working in a job that you hate doesn't allow you to grow. What bugs me the most, though, is how people are affected by staying at a job they hate for so long. And they don't take into consideration how it affects them emotionally and physically. Most Americans work over 40 hours a week, and that is a long time. That's hard on your body in general. Even no matter what you're doing. I know that, if you're at a sit-down job, that even affects you. That affects your bones and everything and how you sit. But overall, most people work 40 hours a week standing on their feet. That is not okay for your feet. That's not okay for your body. But emotionally, it causes stress. And over time, stress can cause muscle tension, headaches, chest pains, and other symptoms. How we feel affects us physically. And so why are you putting in the time and the effort into a job that physically and mentally exhausts you and causes these issues later on? in the future. Why risk your health? That's what I want to ask everybody who isn't going after their dream. Why risk your health for another company so they can earn money? What about you? I learned this the hard way. I am only 24, but I've worked at a couple jobs and I hated it. I'm an entrepreneur at heart, and I did not like working for other people. I felt like I didn't get treated properly. They didn't care if I had something to say about the process, or I couldn't be creative. And that is a big thing in my life that I really need. Being creative is just who I am, and I wasn't able to express that. And so anyways, being in these jobs, I was miserable. I would go to work, come home, and fall asleep. And that was my life. There was nothing else in it. And I was too afraid to stop, though. I was thinking about money. I was thinking about, am I good enough? Am I good enough to be able to make money doing something that I love? And I was scared. And that's what held me back the most. But I ended up pushing through. Here I am 1.5 years later, and I've never been happier. Of course, I'm not making as much as I've wanted to, but it's only my 2nd year, and I'm trying. I will admit I do have a lot of struggles, and I don't have time to do things like I used to, but it was completely worth it. All I can say is just go for it. I mean, if you want to be a hairdresser or a car salesman, do it. Every time I say that, I feel like, the video of Shia LaBeouf saying, just do it! I'm gonna start walking around the streets just going, just do it! And people are gonna be like, what are you talking about?
Do it! Just do it!
And that's how you embarrass yourself on the internet. Okay, so back to the topic. If you have something that you've always wanted to do, but you've been too afraid to do it, really, just do it. That's the secret. Don't be afraid or put it off. It doesn't matter what you have to do to get it done. Just get it done. And I know that's easier said than done, but that's how it has to be done, because no matter what, your mind's gonna hold you back. And what it is you're in your comfort zone, because you don't have to do the hard things to get you to that point. And your comfort zone is what holds you back. It makes you scared to move forward. I'm gonna be honest, I was actually really scared to do this because I'm very, very new to YouTube. I'm new to voiceovers. I was afraid that I was gonna probably sound stupid, and here I am doing it anyways, because that's how we learn. That's how we get better. I'm also scared about showing my art to the world, because it makes me vulnerable, because it's something that I created, and it's a part of me, and showing it to other people makes me feel vulnerable. But how am I supposed to get into the world and do this for a living without showing people my process and showing people that I'm getting better over time? Actually, before I started selling my artwork or doing commissions, I was so nervous of showing people my work. And most people would say, well, what are you doing here? Why aren't you making money selling your artwork? I would constantly make excuses about how I wasn't good enough to sell my artwork yet. And I would get online and research how to sell art if you're not a very skilled artist. And I was constantly putting myself down, and I don't know why I did that. Maybe it was, it was my comfort zone. I just didn't want to move forward. It was excuse after excuse. until I finally had enough. And I left my job, but I did something very stupid. I started a cleaning business, which I hated. I absolutely hated it. I was thinking, well, why didn't I go after the art? That's when I switched over to having an art business instead. And it's so much better than having a cleaning business. People treat you differently. You don't have to worry about buying cleaning supplies or getting dirty. I mean, there are many reasons why I didn't like it, but I guess if I didn't have that bad experience, it wouldn't push me to having an art business, and I do appreciate that time, but I'm glad I made the decision to switch back to art, because doing that would have driven me crazy. If you've ever had a job or a business that you absolutely hated, I would like to know about it. Just comment about that experience you had so we could talk about it. I'm sure a lot of you have bad experiences. As you can tell, it's a different day and we have so much more light. We just actually bought a new light. So now I can work at night without it looking too dark. Which is amazing because I don't always want to work during the day or just during the day. I want to work at night as well because I'm kind of a night owl. I stay up a lot and it would be wonderful to film at night. So we'll see how that light works. The biggest reason I wanted to make this video was to talk about why you should go after your dream job. Obviously, it's hard to tell people to do this, but I want to motivate y'all to go after your dream. I've been given a mission in life to motivate people, to help people with their businesses, and I definitely think in my future videos I want to talk more about this. I want to give you some motivating advice and just really help y'all guys out because this isn't easy, and motivation is a big thing when it comes to starting your own business or going after a dream job. So the question is, how do we get motivated? Best thing that I can tell you is to look into your future or picture yourself 5 to 10 years from now and think about everything that you have to do to get to that point. What steps you have to take or what you have to do. And that's definitely helped me out. Music also helps. I do listen to a lot of music and it's very, very motivating. Also watching YouTubers. I don't know, I am addicted to YouTube. I don't even watch movies a lot anymore because I'm always on YouTube. And I like watching other artists. I have a huge list of artists that I watch and they're so motivating to me. And family members, they motivate you. They're there to support you. By the way, you're probably wondering why I sound sick. It's because I'm still sick. This is a cold that will not go away. It's been so hard for me to work while I'm sick because I feel so tired. I feel like wearing a full bodysuit and just never, coming into contact with people ever again because I hate getting sick. Obviously we can't do that, but it's a nice thought. I keep getting off topic. I wrote a blog post about this, and I wrote down 5 different reasons as to why you should go after your dream job. And the first one was personal growth and learning will never stop. And I believe that 100%, because if you're doing something that you're passionate about, you are going to grow and learn as a person because it's something that you want to learn. It's just like when you were in high school, you had classes that you didn't like, and you didn't learn much. You didn't grow. It was kind of a waste of time. You know, I took Spanish and I didn't really care to learn it. I don't know any Spanish now, so really it was a waste of time. I should have taken German or something. But I do think it will help you grow. The second reason was regret will not run your life. And you talk to a lot of older people today, and you ask them, well, what did you want to do when you were younger? And they have sadness in their eyes, and they tell you, not everyone does this, but I know a lot of older people that regret not going after what they wanted in the first place, and now they feel stuck. Which again, they shouldn't feel stuck. Just because of their age, it doesn't mean that they can't go after their jobs. Again, that's their mindset holding them back in their comfort zone. You're like, well, I'm too old now. But that's not how it should be. You know? But they do regret not going after what they wanted to do. The third reason is money will come. And it will, no matter what. There's a saying that if you're good at something, you're going to get paid for it. And I believe that 100%. If you put time into your passion and you sell it, you are going to make money. And it takes a couple years for your business to get off the ground, or it takes a couple years to learn what you need to learn in order to get to the point where you want to be, and money will always come. Again, it goes back into that saying that you'll never get your time back, but you can always make money. The fourth reason is your health will improve, which we talked a little bit about that in the beginning. You know, about the stress and how that can affect you physically. And it's a good idea to think about your overall mental health and how that job actually affects you. I worked at a couple jobs again. I hated it. It made me stressed out. It made me worry. I had friends there that helped me through it, but I was so depressed. And I believe that actually affected my body. I'm healthier now, but I feel like it affected my body physically because I was mentally exhausted. So last but not least is you will be 100% happier. And I know we've already said this, but it's true. That should be the biggest reason, because it's something that you love. It's who you are, and it's just fitting. You know, if you're born to do something, why aren't you doing it? So I hope that this was motivating to you. I hope that, you know, you yourself will do exactly what you want to do in life. For not only you, but the people around you. You know, because if you're happier, they're happier. Okay guys, I really don't have much more to talk about, but I hope that this was motivating to you. And just feel free to watch me paint and listen to some music. Looks like we have ourselves a little friend. Yeah, I had a ladybug that wanted to join me. Ladybugs are so cute. I had to darken up some of the shadows because I guess I didn't darken it enough before I added the paint. And it made it look a lot lighter. I just want to take a second to mention how much I love peeling tape off of artwork. I mean, it's not fun whenever the paper tears, but it's so satisfying to pull the tape off. There's a little friend again. Oh. So here's the finished product. If you like this video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.